Well guys, they're finally here. Webknight finally decided to take a crack at doing Half-Life 2 related mods, and I say he knocked it out of the park. We've got a mixture of both regular and beta assets from the game. Because there's quite a few, and there's a few, he even has an additional mod that has additional forces. And as you can see, yeah, we've got conscripts, the HECU, we've got the Alex group, we got Ordinal, Wallhammer, we got an APF, we got Grunts, we've got Simps, Elite Simps, we've got Hunters, we've got a Strider, we got the Vault all the way in the background there. Also, they have interactions as well, so whenever you start shooting at an enemy, the Combine voice lines will say different things. One thing that is to be clarified though, this is currently not working with Ace. Webknight has stated that, but he probably will try to work on it in the future. Also, there's a bunch of new stuff coming, such as the City 18 terrain, and that's something I look forward to. Anyway, let's get to the showcase. One quick additional note, we have era-specific weapons, such as with the beta we have the conscripts, we also have the Overwatch, the OCIW, we have the MP5 with the grenade launcher, we have the Overwatch carbine, we even have the suppressor, we have the Charger shotgun. It's pretty cool. Okay, we are now in the showcase. This is mostly the Combine side, as the Rebels are a little bit buggy, but Webknight has already addressed that bug, where whenever you spawn them in Eden, they don't spawn with the correct loadout, so we'll be spawning them in later through regular suits. So as you can see, right now I'm in Ordinal, which is, in terms, basically like a squad leader or a team leader. Mostly a squad leader, because if we go over here, these are from the Echoes of a Resonance Cascade. These are the old models, but as you can see in first person it highlights friendlies. This is actually cool. I actually didn't see this because I haven't been testing it enough yet. This is my first look at this stuff. Starting off, we have the conscripts. And the conscripts, as you know, were a beta element, where they were pretty much soldiers that weren't Combine soldiers. And they were giving some pretty interesting weaponry, which is an interesting thing to say. People have always joked about how non-Metro police officers were under-equipped, and these guys, who were humans and non-altered, had like all these weapons. I don't know how to turn off this HUD, so I'm going to go in the third person. Over here we have the HECU, the United States response to Black Mesa, that had to clean up everything, and then everything went to shit. They were the primary antagonistic force for at least, I think, chapter 3 to 8, before we went into Zen, really. Over here we have the police force. The Metro Police, the standard civilians that signed up just to either get better food or have more authority or other things. I'm not a full lore master, but I do know some things. They were mostly used to guard light areas, control civilian populace, and make sure that things being done that weren't being done out of order. You would mostly find these guys in the cities or around the canal areas, just around the exterior. In the beta, I believe they were actually much more aggressive and had more threatening positions, judging from the sound files. And then over here we have the Combine Overwatch. These outfits, I spawned these from Webknight's section, but they pretty much have like the same thing as over there. Mostly used for raiding rebellion hardpoints, such as bases in the wastelands. They were mostly deployed via transport ships and thrown right into the action. I do apologize if my speech is all over the place. I'm trying to think up on the fly what to say. It is technically a first time reaction. And to also fight this need to yawn whenever you're talking so much. I'm not sure why that is and how people fight it. And here we have the Alex variants with the Ordinal, who is me, the Grunts, the APF or the Suppressor, and the Wallhammer unit, which is the Charger. And then we just have some miscellaneous stuff over here, such as the Hazmat workers and the regular workers of Engineer Corps 6. I forgot what the Hazmat was called, his department. This is what the standard civilian outfit was like. And then this was Wasteland Patrol. I'm not sure if I spawned him in the correct outfit, but he spawned with that. Actually, I think that is the correct outfit because I put on a Grunt outfit, but it changed to that. And then the synths. Obviously, everyone knows the Hunters and the Striders. From what I know, I believe the Hunters and the Striders are from the same universe that the Union find them on. Hunters work in packs, obviously, like a wolf pack. And the Striders are more pretty much the biggest tanks you can fight. The Hunter's job when they go with a Strider is to protect them. The synths are beta, and I actually have no knowledge on these synths. But from a little bit of testing, and this is pretty awesome. They have a pretty unique gun right here. It's a spear and a gun, and it shreds everything. Well, we'll get to that. Oh yeah, and over here is the stuff from the Echoes of a Resonance Cascade. The refugees are the main stars of this one because they're the ones that had animations put into them. So as you can see, we got some melee guys with some pistols. Like, look at that. Look at that animation.
Cover me while I reload.
And as you can see, they're putting in armor. Whereas the rebels and the Half-Life Alyx rebels actually do not have these animations. He will probably add them because Webknight is known for his attention to detail. And we got some more.
I'm ready.
And they also have some, when in combat, they have plenty more animations as well. The Alyx rebels essentially look similar to these guys, but a bit different, as you can see. There we go, we've had a gunshot from the man up here. Oh, I think he got hit.
Okay, I'm ready. Gotta reload. Okay, I'm ready.
And as you can see in the combat, they look, when a bullet misses them, they actually look. Also he said that things can bug out if they're in bigger groups, so rip him. Also some nice static death animations right there with blood splatters. And yeah, as you can see, it's very buggy. Also, the sound design is also fantastic and on point. And as you can hear, there's idle chatter while shooting. This will also happen whenever you're playing with others, so you can actually have a bit of cinematic value. Did they get him? Oh, they got him. Nice, good kill. There is another faction though, that I'm sure that a lot of people also are interested in. So if we go over here, we have antlions. We have bull squids. That actually crashed my game. Holy shit. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. So it turns out spawning the bull squid will crash the game. So we won't do that. Spawning the Hyundais doesn't crash the game, by the way, in case you're wondering. So we want to test something real quick.
Awaiting orders.
We're gonna have one of these refugees, and we're gonna spawn some antlions. See how he does against them.
Ready.
As you can see, they move about the speed of Half-Life 2's antlions.
Up there.
Ooh, shit! I didn't even realize they had that animation. That is pretty cool. So as you can see, the aliens, the Xenian creatures, are very deadly.
Awaiting orders. Ready. Waiting.
Okay, I'm ready. Cover me while I reload.
There's even... Ah, nice. He managed to hit them in the weak spot. So if you're curious, the weak spot in... The antlion weak spot mechanic was introduced in Half-Life Alyx, where you shoot them in the ass. Like, they've always been weak in the ass, but the whole weak spot mechanic themselves, and the frontal armor, wing armor, being actual bulletproof, was updated in Alyx. In Half-Life 2, they just soaked bullets. So yeah, Webknight spends a lot of time making stuff, and it turns out fantastic. As you can see, quite overpowered if you let them hit you. It also goes into melee range as well if it needs to. And if you're wondering, yes, that is a shield, by the way, that they are summoning.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, they're going to be very hard to kill. I actually forgot to spawn in the assassins,
Ready.
which is quite unfortunate on my end, so sorry about that. So here we go. The Combine Assassins. More beta content. He's probably going to add the cremator at some point. But let's
Ready for orders.
add in the Alyx stuff.
Ready for orders. Standing
And then let's throw a combat situation their way. Oh, rip the suppressor. Got absolutely destroyed. So yeah, quite the combined forces definitely are strong as all heck, but they are not invincible. It just takes a lot of tactics to beat them. So we'll actually with this last guy, who's a sniper by the way. Ooh. We'll give him a noble death and send a hunter after him. And yeah, I think the hunter has a unique animation as well. Yep, the hunter just fucking kills him like he's in Britain. That's actually I haven't tested if the Strider has a stab animation, so let's remove this. And yes, it does. It just has a giant stomp animation. The Strider is overpowered because yeah, in Half-Life it would have just some standard pulse round. In this, it's a goddamn autocannon. That just obliterates anything in its path. They're not playable yet, so I assume if I try to take control of this, I will crash the game. Alright, actually those are some pretty simple.
In progress.
Oh!
Airwatch copies no activity in location.
Oh my god!
Investigate and report.
That is cool! That is cool. So, hold on a second. So we could you could actually do it. You can actually do a scan to check if there's anyone hiding. We'll see if it shows. So like we'll have this guy.
Awaiting orders.
We'll have like some people.
Ready for orders.
Just gotta make sure they don't charge me.
Okay, I'm ready.
Alright, so now if I do this... Oh, I cannot request it now. It'll tell me when it's ready. So like we could be like...
Okay, I'm ready.
In progress. Airwatch reports possible miscount. All units apply forward pressure.
Oh yes, you can! Holy shit, you can finally find those little bastards that are hiding away when you're on a mission when the Zeus has to doesn't want to delete them. So now, oh yes, that's great. That is actually fantastic.
Okay, I'm ready.
Alright. As you can see, that is without a doubt one of the cooler abilities. Although I think everyone has a unique one. Oh, so as the Grunt, you can actually request a scan from your ordinal. And now, finally, we have Wallhammer, which has his shield. Wow, I forgot shotguns are like really powerful for some reason. Even has a cool reload animation as well. Before anything, we'll show off the Headcrabs real quick. We'll go over here.
Ready for orders. Ready for orders.
As you can see, you need Webknight's zombies mod for this to work. So let's use some Combine.
Waiting. Ready for orders. Standing by. Ready.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They don't attack because they're not set to hostile everyone. That's fine.
Ready for orders. Standing by. Waiting.
Zombies! Take cover! Zombies! Over there!
The beat.
Take cover!
this guy with the sword is just beating the fuck out of him. Oh yeah, and as you can see, that's what happens when the headcrab gets you. That's why if you're going into a quarantine zone, you need to keep your eyes sharp. Also, if you need to know, I think the Zen infestation gives them extra resistance, like an armor of sorts. And hey, look at that, he's back up and ready to attack. I guess it makes sense in a way.
Ready.
God, it looks so good. Ace. Oh yeah.
148. Resisting arrest in progress. Respond.
But yeah, it's still in early stages, and some of these things are definitely going to be fixed. So yeah, if you're playing for if you're resisting the Combine Drain or enforcing it, keep an eye out for these Xenian creatures. So that has been my relatively scuffed overview or showcase of the new Webknight Half-Life stuff and the other Half-Life mods that exist to support it. More so the dependencies. I really like the Ordinal's ability. When it comes to actual operations that I may host in the future with them, I hope it is used. If you, watching this video, would like to join operations that I host, then join my Discord. It's linked down below. And with this notification out of the way, or this showcase finished, I should probably start work on a Half-Life related operation. And I think it'll turn out very nice. Operations don't happen every week. They happen whenever I have the free time to make them. Anyway, see you guys later. There's plenty of other things to see, but that's mostly the basics covered.
Guys,
What are you cooking,
guys,
Pete Bricks? What the
That is murder.
Oh, there's a tank! Once the bombers start getting out, that's when they start taking shit.
The bug has no answer.
Oh! Oi!
I wanted to nuke fucking Finland.
what the fuck?
You